Do you have an interesting research idea? Are you going to write a research grant proposal, but you are not sure what should be mentioned in that grant proposal in order to successfully have the fund? So watch this video because I will tell you the 7 main criteria you should be aware of when you are writing your successful research grant proposal. My name is Dr. Suzan Shaheen from the Emirates Canadian University College, or very soon Al Qawan University, and in this video I will tell you the 7 main important criteria that you should be aware of when you are writing your successful research grant proposal. Criteria number 1, you should address very well what is the problem. What is the problem that you are going to solve from this research? And with the problem, you should mention the objectives. And please be very specific. What are the objectives of this work? So this is number 1. Number 2, what are the expected results? Okay, the entity is going to fund you, but what are the expected results of this work? And when we are speaking about expected results, so we are speaking about, are you going at the end of this research to have, let's say, results that would have value to be published in a specific, let's say, journals? Are you going to participate, to have results that will allow you to participate in conferences, publish papers? Are you going to have products, or are you going to have some creative elements at the end of this research project? What you are expecting after the completion of this work? So this is very important to mention what are the expected results. So let the other party who is going to fund you be aware about what would be expected in the future after the completion of this work. So this was criteria number 2. Criteria number 3, what is the importance and the value of the research work? And when we are speaking about the importance, we are speaking about the importance and value from 2 perspectives. Scientific, what is additional to the science that you are going to add? And the other issue, what is the social value of this work? What you are going to provide the society with? What are the goodness that you are going to provide the social community with? So this is very important. So this was criteria number 3. Criteria number 4, what are the methodology that you are going to follow in order to achieve your objectives and reach the expected results? What are the methods? What are, let's say, what is the experimental design that you are going to have? What are the methods? What are the instruments you are going to use? What are the analysis? What you are basically how you are going to achieve your objectives. So you should mention what are the experiments you are going to conduct, what are the analysis, what are the methods, what are the protocols. All these should be mentioned clearly in the methodology. And when you provide clear methodology, so you are providing a clear roadmap about the ways you are going to follow in order to achieve your objectives and reach by the expected results. So this was point number 4. In criteria number 5, the CVs about for the researchers who are going to be involved in this research projects. It's very important to mention very clear what are the background of the people that will be on board to have this research project, because if you are providing CVs for researchers that have no knowledge or past knowledge about this work, so basically how they are going to achieve, or how they are going to achieve or reach by the results, it's not logic, right? So the people or the researchers who are going to be involved in the research work should have expertise and should have background knowledge, allow them to reach the results successfully. It's very important to have people on board that are capable to achieve the expected or the promised results mentioned in the research grant proposal. Criteria number 6, and it's very important to mention the time frame of this research work. It's very important, and you should mention, let's say, if the research will take, let's say, 2 years, you should mention each month what are the milestones that you are going to achieve. And this will not only help you to in writing the research, in writing the grant proposal and having the fund, but this is also helpful for the researchers themselves, because this will help you to have like a clear roadmap about what are the milestones and when you are going to achieve each one of them. So this is sort of organizing the whole work. So this was criteria number 6. And criteria number 7, and this is very important, the budget. How much you need for what? It's very important. If, let's say, I need let's say 50,000 dirham, so I should mention how I will use that fund. For what purpose? Let's say I will use this to buy some instruments, I will use that to do some analysis, I will use some amount to publish the work. So it's very important to break down the budget and be please realistic. It's not applicable to mention budget which is much above my needs, and also it's not logic to mention budget below the actual needs. So I should be aware of what should be really invested in this area, how much I should pay in order to achieve my expected results. So these were the 7 main criteria you should be aware of when you are writing your research grant proposal in order to successfully attract the fund. That's all in this video. I wish it was useful for you and your research, your colleagues. Please share this video with researchers and any person who can be interested in this area. I see you inshallah in other videos. Please write for me if you need any kind of topics to be addressed in my channel. Please leave a comment and I will reply to all your comments. Thanks for watching. I see you on other videos inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.